Hello and welcome to the first video of Narrow Gate. Wish it could be more of an exciting entrance to the video, but we are in quarantine in Bangkok right now. As you can tell by the wall, because we only have one window right now and it faces the side of another building, so there's really not much to show you at the moment. But I am Tony.
I'm Kendall.
My wife Kendall, yes. We're the De Lorenzis. We're from South Carolina. And we have just arrived here in Bangkok, like yesterday.
Yeah, about 24 hours ago.
We got jet lag, so we got up at 3:30 this morning, so just pay us no attention. So our story starts back in South Carolina. We lived there, and we moved here. We had to sell our house. We sold our cars, boats, furniture,
everything. Pretty much everything.
Yeah, gave some things away, sold others, donated others. But anyway, from that point, once we sold our home, we moved in with some friends of ours and stayed with them for a month until we got all of our paperwork ready for ourselves and our dogs to get ready to go to Thailand. Once we got all of our paperwork and things done, we left our friend's home in South Carolina. They lived in a really nice place on the lake. I'm going to miss that place.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was. And then we headed to, where was our first stop at?
It was Warrenton, North Carolina. So we knew we had to fly out of Dulles because Qatar Airways has the best airline for dogs. We were flying with our two young dogs, so this required only one stopover. So we chose Dulles Airport.
So the first night though we stayed in North Carolina. It was like a tiny home.
Yeah.
It's really tiny. Cool. Then the next 2 nights we stayed in
Reston, Virginia, which is right up by Dulles.
Okay, and then when we were there, we had to do the COVID test. Yeah. It was one of those drive-up things where you drive up. I've never seen anything like this before, but anyway, you drive up. They come out to your car. You throw your head back, they stick the thing in your face or in your nose.
10 seconds in each nostril.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to hurt, but it didn't. As a matter of fact, I was trying not to laugh. I think it was, they were tickling nose hairs as they were spinning around in each nostril. But anyway, I thought it was quite hilarious. And then how did yours go?
It went really good. I was worried because I always heard that they almost feels like they're poking your brain out. But yeah, it wasn't uncomfortable. The nurse was really nice. And they got the results back. It was supposed to be 24 hours. They got them back in like 22 hours.
Yeah.
We were both negative.
Thank
so that
goodness.
was awesome.
Thank you, God.
Yes.
So once we had all of our paperwork, we were COVID negative, we got our fit to fly. We went to Dulles Airport and we had 7 bags. 7
checked bags.
Right.
2 carry-on bags.
And
2 dogs in crates.
Yeah. And us.
And us.
So we had to get all that out of the rental car, return the rental car, and then get all the bags to the airport. That was probably the hardest part. Yeah. So we put everything into the shuttle, and you know, most people have like a couple bags apiece. Shuttle stops. We got all this stuff to put on there. Everyone's rolling their eyes. The guy's trying to help us get all the stuff. Then the dogs. Then we're on the in the vehicle, dogs are whining, we got luggage everywhere. Then they take all of our luggage off, the driver, myself, Kendall, and the dogs. Then that's on the side of the curb. There was no one to pay to help us take the bags, so I had to get some of it on a rolling cart, find out where we were going to be, just leave my stuff there, find another cart, come back, get another trip, go back. How many trips was it? Like 3 or 4?
3 trips. Yeah.
3 trips. And of course, from where we were to where I had to go to with each one of those trips was a long way away. But there's a nice lady who was there watching all of our bags. Yeah. And she helped us out. And she was just there waiting on her sister. So she was a really nice person. If you happen to be watching this video, thank you. So as we said before, we went on Qatar Airways. And we were on one of their bigger, newer jets. I can't remember.
It was an Airbus 350-900.
That one. And we paid a little bit extra to get the seats right by the exit. So we had plenty of leg room. The reason we picked Qatar, again, is because they had a policy to where at the layover they'll take the dogs out of the crates. They'll walk them, they'll change, they'll clean everything up. to get them ready for the next leg of the flight. Now, I doubted it. I said, yeah, that's what they say, but will they actually do it? But good news is they did, because they changed. You got to seal up with zip strips the door and everything. Those zip strips were a different color by the time we got to Bangkok, and everything inside had been changed. So Qatar, A+ for pets. So if you're traveling with a pet, I would definitely recommend using Qatar. And one other tip there, if you're bringing dogs to Bangkok, it is hot here. Make sure your flight's arriving either early in the morning or late in the evening, so there's not a heat problem. We got here at...
It was almost 7 a.m.
And it was how hot?
It said it was like 92, but feels like 98 or something.
That early in the morning. So can you imagine coming here at like noon? They may not even let your animals fly in if there's a heat advisory, so just keep that in mind. So, but our flight, let's see, our first stop was Doha, Qatar, and everything went good there. There's almost nobody at the airport.
At any of the airports.
No, but Doha was dead as a doornail. We went there and checked in for our next flight. No issues there. We had like a 3-hour layover.
I think there's only ended up being maybe 25 people on our flight from Doha to Bangkok.
And we did find one restaurant that was open, but it was just a Starbucks.
Starbucks, yeah.
Hey, but they had food. So then from there, that was a 12-hour journey just to get to Doha. Then we took another plane that was 6 hours, and we went to Bangkok, our final destination. And that flight went well. No problems on that. Barely any turbulence. Same airline, Qatar.
Everybody was so helpful.
Very
All
helpful.
the flight attendants were wonderful. Food was good.
And what was really cool is whenever we got off of the plane, there were some girls holding signs that said,
Bangkok.
in Bangkok, saying D. Lorenzi A for Anthony and D. Lorenzi K for Kendall. So we came off there and we're like, well, we're either in trouble or they're really happy to see us. But come to find out that those were the girls that were taking care of the paperwork and the administrative things with the dogs.
Yeah.
So once we got past them, they directed us down where we were put in chairs, and they went over all of our paperwork. So thank you, God, that Kendall did our paperwork, because mine, if it was up to me, would have just been a mess. But
He's like, what paperwork? All this, here you go.
Yeah, so they're asking for forms, and it's kind of hard to understand them, especially with masks on and everything. And they look like they're in hazmat suits. So Kendall's over here to the side. I'm giving my paperwork to this guy. She's giving her paperwork to some other girl. They're going through all that. Meanwhile, we go to I think they took us from there to the next step.
I think there was 3 different steps we had to go through
before
we could get to our baggage and the dogs.
So then the baggage comes, and because there was only, 30 people on our flight, on that big old plane on the second leg, there's like 30 people in the whole plane. And, why did I even have to sit by you? I should have just moved to another. Anyway, I just thought of that. But,
because you love me.
Yeah, I do. So, we got, what was my point? Where was I going?
That we got to baggage and our bags came out so quickly.
The bags came out quick.
I have to help them.
So, as I'm trying to get the bags out, those girls who had the signs with their name on it, they took her off to find, or to meet up with the dogs. So I didn't really get to see them. I had to sit there and wait with the bags because I didn't know where they went to for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, so the girls took me to, I think it was first off like immigration. And first of all, when you take pets to Thailand, you have to fill out an import permit and get that from the Bangkok airport. And you can find all that online. So you fill that out, and you have to make sure and get all the vaccines that they require at least 21 days prior.
Yep.
And then you go back to your vet once you get the import permit for a health certificate, and then they have to send that off to the USDA in your area. And the USDA form they fill out has to be within 10 days of your flight. So there's like all these timelines, and you have to be really careful with that. But all of ours worked out, and we got our final paperwork actually FedExed to our Airbnb in Reston.
Yep.
So
Reston,
Virginia. So all that worked out. So I went back to immigration, had to fill out some more paperwork. They looked at the dogs, took some pictures. I ended up paying, I think, 1,100 baht for the 2 dogs there.
Which is how much in?
It was about, I don't know, 38, 40 bucks maybe.
Okay.
Something like that.
Not too
Somewhere
bad.
in there. I can't remember exactly. And then I went over to the customs side, and since this was the first time the dogs had been in the country, you have to pay a customs fee. I think total for all the fees and everything was around $100 US. And everybody was really nice. They loved the dogs. It went very smoothly.
So whenever all that was through, we had already found a girl online on Facebook, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it was a recommendation from a missionary who had come here with a dog, and they left their dog with this lady at her home, and she watched them. So we used her, and she picked up the dogs at the airport, and now she has them at her home, and she seems to be taking really good care of them.
Her name's Yui. Hey Yui, you're awesome.
And I think they're getting spoiled, and we normally feed them, regular grain food, but I think they're eating raw food now.
Yeah, and their regular food.
So my only fear is now when we get them back that they're never going to touch their grain food again, and I'm going to have to be stuck feeding them raw food. But hey, I guess if that's what they like, that's what they can get.
When in Rome or in Thailand.
Correct. So once we had the dogs taken care of at the airport, we were able to get on our van that goes to our hotel, but we had so many bags.
Yeah, we had so many bags that they had to hire a second van to be able to put us and all our luggage in. So Park Plaza, that's where we're staying, they've been so awesome. They got that all taken care of. So when we were done with the dogs and we had all our luggage together, the people with the buses came in to get us. They take you directly out to the van. They were very nice. It was air conditioned, very efficient process.
So the van brought us here, and then as soon as we went into the hotel, they took our temperature again.
Mm-hmm.
They made us take off our shoes, and you actually have to put on their flip-flops.
You put your shoes in a red biohazard type bag.
Yeah, we were diseases pretty much.
We have red biohazard bags everywhere.
Yeah, so anyway, I guess they do the medical screening and all that good stuff, get you all set up to order all your food, because you can order, they got an app, and you order what you want to have the next day to eat. So we got through all that stuff, and from there we got to go into our room. Now our room, Kendall picked this out online. She had seen the room.
Yeah, I'd seen the room. I follow several Facebook groups about Thailand and ASQs, which is the quarantine hotels in Thailand, and a lot of people spoke highly. It's the Park Plaza Soy 18, and they said how nice the general manager Miguel was. So I messaged him. Very nice, very prompt at responding. He was awesome. We were able to order an exercise bike and a microwave, and the room is really nice. And Miguel, if you're watching, thank you so much. You really have helped us out a lot with getting a wonderful place to stay for our 15-day quarantine.
Yeah, I even I have an office, a little desk chair. I call it my office area. They've stocked us good with water. We have I missed it. Anyway, I drink a lot of Diet Coke, but here it's called Coke Light. So I like that. But our room is really nice. We have a great view of the side of a building that we really enjoy. But
I even have a chaise lounge that's by the bed that I can lay on if I want to.
Yeah, the
it's
bed's
really
very
nice.
comfortable.
Yeah.
So we really like it here. So every day, was it twice a day we have to do this? We have to take our temperature, and then we have to log it into an app.
Called Costi or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So they check our temperature, or we're taking it twice a day. And then I think after 5 days we have to get another COVID test.
So basically at day 5 you get a COVID test, and as long as it comes back negative, by day 7 we get 45 minutes outside the room per day in a relaxation area. I think it's on their rooftop by their pool. So they have it sectioned off, like COVID test 1 people can sit here socially distanced, COVID test 2 people can sit here socially distanced. So our second COVID test is on day 12. And then if that one comes back fine, then we can go to that, I guess, second section on day 14 or something. And then we check out a couple days after that.
What we get excited about is food time.
Yeah.
There's a bell that rings at the front door, And then we know that it's time to go outside into the hallway, and they have our food waiting for us up there. So you got to kind of creep out there in the hallway, grab your food with your mask on, and bring it back in because they're not allowed to come in our room.
They have it on a table out there, and then it's on this tray, and you grab the food off a tray.
The food's really good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
You've been getting what, some American,
some
food?
Thai. We've only been here a day though.
Yeah, and I've had Thai today, and that will be a little later today. I get to try the tofu.
And the appetizer he's getting is tofu fingers.
Tofu fingers.
Which I'm wondering if it looks like chicken fingers, but it's tofu. That's
I didn't even know tofu had fingers. But I'll make sure that you get to see us me eating the tofu fingers. And they got all kind of cool fruit. So they got some fruit I had to look up on the internet to see what it was. Apparently the one that's the prettiest that I really like the taste of is called dragon fruit, which I just love that name. It's cool. Yeah. But the food is really good. I can't complain one bit about that.
It's very good. Served really warm. Portions are a good size.
We did get an exercise bike too, so I'm able to, or we are going to ride this exercise bike a little bit each day because 15 days of doing absolutely no walking or anything that you would normally do, even if you didn't work out, you can't do it in this square footage. So we got the exercise bike, and then I bought some things to hold on to do some push-ups. So we're getting a little bit of exercise.
The push-ups.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So we're good with the exercise as well. All right, here's that tofu fingers I was wanting to show you. So we have crispy tofu fingers. This is what a finger looks like. It looks like a chicken nugget, just longer. I can't even pronounce the next one, but it says it's red curry served with steamed rice and more tofu. So I have tofu in this. I'll let it come over there on the side there a little bit, drip over there. And a banana cake. But what I wanted to eat in front of you is this tofu finger, because everyone I told about tofu fingers is gross. Why would you eat tofu fingers? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to dip this in anything. I have no idea, so we'll just eat it. Well, it kind of tastes like a chicken nugget. Like a chicken nugget that needs something on it, you know, like hot sauce or something. But it's not too bad. Well, thanks a lot for watching this first episode. Again, sorry it's not too exciting. We are in quarantine. It may be a couple of weeks before we get out of here and we can do a more exciting video. However, they are going to release us in, 5 days for 45 minutes?
Yes. It's day 7, yep.
Oh, day 7.
Day 7.
All right, never mind, not 5.
Yeah.
Day 7, we get to get out of here for 45 minutes.
Aren't you jealous?
Yeah. So thank you very much for your...
Kapun ka.
Yes, she's already speaking Thai. Thank you for your prayers and support. And as far as support goes, we are about $300 short of our monthly donations, so that is good.
Yeah. Thank you for everybody who's been supporting
Absolutely.
us. We are so appreciative.
Very. And if you were looking to give monthly, you know, like I said, we're looking for $300 more. So whether you can give $10, $15, $20 a month, that helps us get closer to that 300, and we will have everything taken care of. And we do appreciate it. And thank you, and God bless.
Thank you.